In this chess video, we are going to look for amazing game played between the two fearless fighters and attackers in the chess history, and that is Rashid Nekhmetnov as white and Mikhail Tal as black. White begins with e4 and then comes c5, beginning with Sicilian defense. Now comes knight to f3, then d6 and then d4, attacking towards the center. Mikhail Tal captures the pawn. Knight captures back and then comes knight to f6 attacking towards the most important pawn and that is the central pawn. Knight to c3 developing the knight and protecting the pawn at the same time. e6 and then comes bishop to e2. Now what is the main reason for playing bishop to e2? Well, white can white want to develop his knight and the bishops are having two sharp diagonals as the best. White has to make a space for his king to castle. Also, these two knights and the bishop is attacking towards the b5 square, which is the important square in the Sicilian defense. And if you want to learn more about Sicilian defense, then you can watch the video in the next part. Well, going back in this position, a6. Now Mikhail Tal plays a6. Meanwhile, for black, a6 is the most important move since this is blocking the way of two enemy knights and the bishop towards the b5 square. Anyways, a6 move was amazing by Mikhail Tal and then comes castle. Now comes queen to c7 and then f4. Well, white plays f4. The main reason is that he wants to push towards the e5 attacking the knight and this is completely basic if you are playing Sicilian defense. If you are a Sicilian defense player then you can understand the main planning of white as well. Well, knight to b2 d7. This is a kind of inaccuracy by Mikhail Tal. And yes, this is inaccuracy. Meanwhile, in this position, Mikhail Tal would have played bishop to e7, making space. Since he played e6 for some reason, and that was bishop to e7, so also he can try something else, like knight to c6, attacking towards the central knight. Anyways, Mikhail Tal plays knight b to d7, which was inaccuracy. Then comes g4. Yes. Are you shocked by this move? Of course. Meanwhile, I am also shocked by this move. But yes, this was played by white. And anyways, as I told you in the introduction part of the video, that both the players are fearless attackers. So white plays g4 fearlessly attacking towards the enemy king. And for the while you can understand white want to play g5 attacking the knight. So in all the ways, white wants to destroy enemy king's territory at the same time. And white wants that enemy king could play some passive moves so that white can play active moves. For example, in this position, we can play g5, which is an active move attacking towards the knight, and black will be forced to move this knight. So yes, white planning is simple. He wants to attack and wants to force his enemy to play moves. Well, Mikhail Tal, once again a fearless fighter, he plays b5. He doesn't care for his knight, and instead, what does the main logic of b5 is? First, understand this: bishop to g7. Yes, bishop to b7 can be one of the reasons. So, in bishop development is important. Also, if bishop will come to b7, then it will be attacking towards the most important diagonal towards the enemy king. Also, in the upcoming evaluations, black can play b4 attacking the knight. Right. In this position, white was enough smart and he plays a3, blocking the way of b5. So comes bishop to b7. The reason is clear. He wants the bishop attacking towards the long sharp diagonal. Now comes knight to f3. Bishop to f3. What's the main logic of bishop to f3? Well, bishop to b7 and this knight was attacking this pawn. Now white has added the defender to this pawn. Anyways, knight to c5, attacking one more attacker towards the center pawn. So Mikhail Tal be like, he wants to attack the center pawn. Center pawn is his. Anyways, queen to e2. Now white declines his offer and plays queen to e2, protecting the pawn. Now comes e5. Anyways, e5 attacking the knight. And yes, in this position, what many of you expect? Of course, white can take this pawn and then white can play knight over here. But yes, in this position, white plays knight to f5 first of all. Well, knight to f5. Now, what is the main reason of knight to f5? Okay, now if we try to understand that black can bishop develop the bishop over here to e7, but there is a problem, and that is this knight is attacking this pawn. So this bishop cannot move, and the king will not be able to castle towards the safety. So knight to f5 was amazing move. Anyways, here comes g6. Mikhail Tal understands every kind of planning what white is making. So yes, it is attacking the knight, and here one again there is another move, and that you have never expected. Well, first of all, let's talk. What do you all expect? You all expect that knight will go back over here or to x4, but yes, what white does is white captures the pawn, attacking the knight. So, in this position, Mikhail Tal takes the pawn because Mikhail Tal don't want to give his pieces, and Mikhail Tal understands the quality of all his pieces. Anyways, knight to x6. Well, knight to x6. What's the main logic of playing this? Okay, let's discuss for it as well. In all the ways, knight to x6 is a good move since if this bishop will capture this knight, then white can capture this bishop and then black will not be able to castle towards the king safety. So in all the ways, what are black's perspective? So white perspective is that he wants that Mikhail Tal lose his ability of castling, and if Mikhail Tal cannot focus on king safety, then it will be easy for white to attack towards the enemy king. So this is all the planning for white. Anyways, knight to e6 in this, and over here Mikhail Tal plays knight to e6. Well, let's understand the main logic of playing knight to e6. Over here, bishop to g2, and then comes bishop to g7. Mikhail Tal is developing the bishop, making some space for castling. But yes, once again, black cannot castle because this knight is protecting the attacking towards the square at g8. So comes rook takes on f6. Now, are you surprised by this move? If yes, then please do like this video. Anyways, rook takes on f6. This was a rook sacrifice. What can be the main reason of sacrificing the rook? Well, it may be something that this knight was attacking these pawns, right? These can be the basic solutions. But let's understand for why Mikhail Tal has to face some rook sacrifice. Over here, black captures the rook, and now we understand that knight to d5 attacking towards the bishop. So once again, you all feel very easy that it can be captured by the bishop. But yes, over here Mikhail Tal does not want to exchange his active pieces for another active piece. Over here, queen comes to d8, adding another defender to this bishop. Well, queen to f2, adding one more attacker towards the bishop. And yes, try to understand if bishop will go anywhere, then there will be the mate in one move. So this was some amazing move by white. And over here, after queen to f2, once again, Mikhail Tal understands every planning and he plays knight to f4, blocking the way of the queen. And now what you have to do? Okay, over here, white understands that this knight is attacking towards the center. So why he wants to paste this active knight attacking towards the central? Anyways, he decides to take this active knight with his bishop since it was inactive for a longer time. Now over here Mikhail captures the bishop back and then comes e5 attacking towards the bishop. Anyways, over here Mikhail does a mistake and that is Mikhail captures the pawn. Now once again rook to e1 f6. Now over here Mikhail forgets that knight can capture this pawn since it is a pin, and this was the main mistake. The queen takes on f6 and then once again it is attacking towards the b2 pawn, but once again there is a pin so bishop cannot move at all. So this bishop is completely blocked and it's a waste. Also remember this bishop is attacking the bishop. So Mikhail Tal is completely lost over here. Meanwhile in this position the main move was that he should have not taken the pawn. But once again he have taken the pawn and he has to face problem. And once again queen to d4. The bishop is pinned, so Mikhail Tal plays king to f8 because Mikhail Tal is now bored of pins and Mikhail Tal wants to attack this enemy queen. Rook takes on e5 and then queen to d8. And over here you can understand the position is totally lost for Mikhail Tal, and I want you to find the amazing brilliant move in this position. Okay, so the best move and brilliant move in this position is to sacrifice the rook. Where? Rook to f5, giving the check. Where you all may think that if it will capture it, then queen can go and capture the rook. And this was Mikhail Tal who did the same. Mikhail Tal captures the rook and he forgets about this rook. So this rook is captured. King goes to e7 and then comes queen to g7 giving a check. Now king to e6 and then queen g takes on f6 giving a check. Now over here if the king have only one option and that is to go over here where knight can jump over here and can take the queen in the next move. So Mikhail Tal resigns in this position. And this was the game played between Mikhail Tal, where Mikhail Tal resigns the game.